It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on and have filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go from Wisconsin. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Go!
This is the first carry for the rookie from Florida. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Handoff now out of the gun. 8-11 up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, Burrow to throw. His first throw is an interception. And Jordan Cooper takes it away. And the Packers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Here's a give up the middle.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Let's go.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Watson, quick pass wide. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. And the Bengals bringing out a fifth DB. They're in the nickel, third down. A tight end in motion now. Throwing his love on third. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
Gun. Dot.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there.
Here we go.
He ran right into some gridlock.
11,
He could only
11,
manage
11.
a few yards at most.
Dot.
Here's 2nd and 7. Completes this one to Chase. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch.
On one,
and the
right?
quarterback will find you again.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
Dot.
Running this one left. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take
Here
the
we go,
result
here we
in the NFL every time.
11,
a nice
11,
play,
11.
a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may
11
come back to.
mighty. 11,
Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
This one taken in by Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
1-1, ready? Dot.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7.
12.
Offense in the hurry up here.
12. 11. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. Into a crowd, and the defender comes up with it. And the Packers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Love looking to pass. Looking for... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Another try following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And what a hit there. Oh, she faced the press for me to change that time.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 from the 41.
Go!
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. No one around, he's got space. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Trying the right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff now low. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled. Well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here comes Bryce Behringer to handle the 4th down punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And they'll get to this one right around, no, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. 12, 12, 12. That.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out
Here we go.
of the defense.
12,
I think feels a little
12.
fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
12, 12, 12. That.
2nd and 3. Stays in the pocket. And all around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves him with third and short.
11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
12, 12, 12.
Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
11, 11.
On first down, here's Burrow. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get the game's first points here in the second. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return.
Ready, set.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Motioning the tight end now.
Hut, hut.
First down throw, here's Love. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They go counter, it's Jacobs. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Love out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So here he is, getting his 2nd field goal look of the half. This will be from 52 yards. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
We're good. 11 MT.
Offense up to the line fast.
11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, Thomas.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Bengals looking for a score before halftime.
11.
So now here's
11
35.
Thomas. Gun. Got. 11. Got.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Short pass caught by his tight end.
Here we go.
Pick up enough to move the chains.
11 MT. 11 Mighty. Got.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
11 Thomas. Here we go.
From the 41. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The Packers take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11. Got.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Pass caught, 9-yard line. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
On the jump.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love now to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Just set. Stop.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected. You
know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
On the set.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go!
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Dax Hill. And the Bengals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Stop.
And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. T. Higgins the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Ready?
Thrown on first down, Love. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jax Hill. And the Bengals get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense. Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Here we go. Mighty. 11, mighty. 11. Shot.
From the 34. Finds his man Chase. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
On 1, ready?
First and 10 now from the 30.
Gun. Shot.
Here's the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. Gets the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. Completes this one to Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11.
On 2.
And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Shot.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
is tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Stop.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
On 1, ready? 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
11 MT paint. Stop.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Stop.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash the defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space.
11 MT, 11
and in fact,
MT.
you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. Stop.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Butker knocks it through. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Hook.
Play fake, it's Love. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Handoff here to Jacobs. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. McKinley Jackson, the one who got to him. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs who's hurt after that play, and in need of a look from the training staff. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Ready. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Love from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go. Stop.
A give now from the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all... defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Here we go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11. Sahad.
From the 36. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Gun. Sahad. 11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11, 11.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the... And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play. It
11,
is
11.
gone. Credit
11,
to this
11,
defense
11.
who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap
11,
and clear.
11, 11.
Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home. That's that.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Packers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go out to the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It didn't look like he ever really got a chance to fully get that play started, Kate. Just not enough time for him to work before they were all over him making that stop.
Go.
Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bengals get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. It's Bengals football, and they've got to be pretty darn happy about this lead to start the fourth.
On 1, ready?
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. Sahad.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play
Here we go.
is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Sahad.
Another carry for him. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
On 1, ready? Sahad.
Back to the well again. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Get set. 11, 11, 11. Sahad.
Back-to-back carries here. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. And a great try at that 1st down.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Sahad.
They give it to him again. And he drives this forward to the 6. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll run here from the gun. Barrels in for the touchdown. The Bengals continue adding to an insurmountable lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Getting out to his... Oh, he loses the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Called in by Musgrave. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down.
Hey, get up.
To the air with Love. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hurry.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Handoff on 2nd and short. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
Let's go.
Shotgun now for Love. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a give running right. It's a foot race. The 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Empty.
Hand off to the back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Here we go, here we go.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
11, Thomas. Behind.
They'll try and punch it in. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
It's good set.
Here's second and goal from the 6.
Behind.
He gets it head and eyes. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with third and goal.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
Buckle up. It's third and goal.
Here we go.
And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Bengals throwing 6 more on the blowout. Now, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines, but for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Green Bay.